Yeah, so that's because he has damage for his back legs only, which means he can die with all the health of his back legs still on. If you destroy his head or his torso, because he can't get along very well without those, can he? Right, so we've killed one of the two bosses. We're now going to have a quick transition because I went and saved it, because I'm a wuss, a huge wuss. But firstly, we are going to see something that seems to have been levered into the game just to annoy me, because I used that roast chicken, rather than using a roast beef, like I probably should have done, you see. Because Skelly Bones here, on his motorbicycle, is going to give us a fucking roast beef, you bastard. Jesus. I mean, any other time that would have been great, but no, fuck that. Anyway, we've skipped out the saving, so now we're going to walk headfirst into another cutscene. This is a character-specific boss battle. With Reinhardt, it would have been Rosa here. However, with Carrie, it's something significantly sillier. Actrice! Ho ho ho! I have your presence. Have you considered you answer? Check you feet. Ah, but the sight of your impudent face tells me all. I will destroy Dracula with my impudent face. I'll headbutt him, oppose me, and I must kill you too. You have power, girl. But your opponent today is not me. Ho ho, it's Oprah. Oh god, we're doomed. There's a save crystal you can see through the wall, by the way. It's the one near the entrance. It's a character who doesn't even have a name. In fact, she never gets a name. It's quite pathetic, really. We're supposed to realise how mean Dracula is because of this character, but we don't know her. It's pathetic. Who? I sense a power to match my own. Well, that narrows it down to everyone. She was a Fernandez too, a warrior who came to fight the Dark Lord. Slowly hovering forward, that's one of her powers. We took her alive and made her a vampire. Given the incompetence of this outfit, she must have been pretty bad. What are you saying? Yeah, they obviously sent them in reverse order of competence. She had great spirit and smuggled mightily against the curse. Although it didn't help that she had a million fucking purifyings on her. But now she is wholly a vampire, desperate for blood. There's some blood demons upstairs, you know. Shut up. Ah, what joy! Two cousins fighting to the death! Ho ho ho! Oh god, nosebleed! Yes, he has problems with those. Okay, so this is Fernandez Warrior. Yes, she never gets a name, even in one of Carrie's endings where Carrie mentions her by what would technically be her name, she says Fernandez Warrior. So we have some problems with the fact that Carrie doesn't know her own cousin's name, though that certainly doesn't surprise me. So, which cousin of mine are you, anyway? I'm Cousin Cletus, you remember? I used to like to dress up in Mom's clothes. Oh, God, you? Yeah, now I'm all powerful. I can throw these bolts. I can throw 3 bolts. You don't throw 1 bolt. Granted, your bolt's a bit bigger than mine, but you can't dodge all 3 bolts. Keep knocking you on your ass. You knew my twirly thing. That'd freeze you if I could actually hit you with the bloody thing. I'd hit you with my staff, too. She can turn you into a vampire. However, I don't think she has a 100% chance. I think it's only the final Dracula. No, the second final Dracula. The final Dracula doesn't even bother turning into a vampire. She has a fairly high chance of it, though. She usually does it after she freezes you. But we don't get turned into a vampire in this battle. It's an absolute bugger to dodge all of the attacks here at once, because they require completely different evasion techniques, which you usually can't manage to stack. And the game doesn't care. But the fact is, they do so little damage that it doesn't fucking matter. You can just take all the hits you like here, and all they do is make the fight take longer. Damn you, Carrie, you stop running away from my bolts. It took me ages to learn how to throw them bolts. Stop throwing stuff with that goddamn steroid arm of yours, girl. Jesus. You should stop working out. Honestly, it's not feminine. You're lecturing me on what's feminine? That's not on. Die. Ow. Okay, so we have defeated Fernandez Warrior through the successful technique of running in circles and getting hit a lot. Is she going to get a last line, perhaps? Oh, don't be stupid. Of course she's not going to get a last line. Instead, she's going to... What is she, the Death Star? Right, she just sort of vanishes anticlimactically now. And there she goes. She doesn't even leave anything behind. You'd think we'd get some sort of trinket or key for that at least, but no. Alas, I could not save you. Maybe I should have tried. When I destroy Dracula, you will meet my mother in heaven. Is that how souls work? We're gonna need to go dig ourselves a Bible out of that library and figure out just how the hell the Kingdom of Heaven works in this universe. Okay, you don't have a soul, but when you destroy Dracula, you get it back! That's awesome! Right, anyway, we have now defeated the other boss of this level, and that means we are out of this level! Hooray! Until I have to do it again as Reinhardt. Now, what I'm thinking of for that playthrough is, basically, I am going to be doing only the character-specific parts and a couple of the major parts as Reinhardt. Because, basically, I don't think you want to watch Forest of Silence every time. Forest of Silence actually changes in Legacy of Darkness, so you're going to see that again. But I don't see why you would want to see all this crap as Reinhardt again. Because really, it isn't all that fascinating. Anyway, we've got to kill these two guys, largely because I've ran myself right the fuck down on red gems by throwing axes at those two bosses. But there's nothing really requires that much in the way of axing in the next levels, which is fortunate because we can't do it if there was. We couldn't. Tenses, boy, tenses. Anyway, so we gather some red jewels, and then we can press the button. Now press the button to call the lift, and then get our way up to Tower of Science. It's a tower that's full of science, and this is that other hazardous materials. What is it doing there? Why do you want to drop off Mandragora here of all the fucking places in the world? Nobody knows, and nobody cares either. So there's the glowing button from millions of years ago. The mechanism to operate the elevator. Do you wish to operate the elevator? Why, yes, I do. Powerful magic is operating the elevator. Why, thank you. So is the technology above it that probably would have worked the whole time. That's the last thing. An enormous machine. We don't know what it does. We don't know what it makes. But it's obviously going to be something huge. I bet it makes, like, biceps and leather. Yeah, that's what it does. Right, so we're up in this sort of little cage elevator thingy, and now we can go. We can't go over there. That's Jewel Tower. That's Reinhardt's. One of the bridges is always broken here. So there is a white jewel. Will you save up to this point? Yes, we will. Right, that's it. I've been Evil Tim. Join us next time for Tower of Sorcery and Tower of Science. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.